Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to day 2 of my Supermax Prisoner Challenge. And thank you for all the feedback that I got from the first video. The Tech One company let me know there were quite a few complaints. And my job is to keep you guys happy, because if less than 10% of you click the like button, they penalize me. And if more than 10% of you click that like button, they reward me. So a few of the complaints was about the profanity and the subject matter. Now, I cannot help that I stressed or that I became upset the way I became upset. Because if I passed out, not only would they have assaulted my wife, but if you look at how much the Tech One company takes out of my family's account that only has 20,000 credits, if I pass out twice, they will kill my family. Okay, so I just want you guys to realize how much pressure I'm under. I will try my best not to use any profanity, and I will try to relax a little bit more for you guys and try and entertain you. So forgive me if you don't like profanity and that's not what you signed up for. But if you just understand the situation that I'm in, you can maybe just try and understand, that if you were on this island and they were going to do that to your wife, and passing out once gets you, because my family only has 19,500 credits left after I die to an NPC. So if I pass out, then that's minus 10,000. That means they've only got 9,500 credits left. If I pass out again, then they kill my family. Okay, and it's not just because of hunger that I can pass out. I'm under a heck of a lot of pressure, because I can pass out due to getting cold or getting hot. I can pass out to hunger or water. There's a lot of ways I can pass out, okay? And a lot of things can happen. I have to plan this journey in such an advanced way that I have never done before. I cannot go into an abandoned bunker before I'm completely ready, because if Brenner kills me, they kill my family. I cannot go into a military point of interest, because if a sentry kills me, they kill my family. Okay, so just understand that I'm under intense pressure, and that doesn't give me an excuse for my language. But I am really here when you are just looking in from the outside. So try and put yourself in my shoes and, try and understand. But I do apologize. So it is early in the morning. Not early, it's 11 o'clock. So we've got a lot to do today. And the first thing I want to do is get to that town over there, so that I can craft the oil filter, place it on the gun, and then I need a short rail or a long rail, which I can craft with 1 scrap metal, so I'll be able to do that there as well. But the most important thing for me is the site. So I just want to see, I don't like the crafted site at all. And it's going to be very difficult. I cannot go into a military point of interest right now. I can't risk my family's life. Doesn't matter how good I think. It doesn't matter how good I think I am. I'm still doing something that is not needed. And yeah, of course, I did pick up the toolbox and the gun, guys. I know some of you might have stressed, oh, we forgot that there. So I just want to see how much fame
If you're trying to rob the place,
scope will
I
be.
guarantee you, I'm well armed.
150 fame and probably a heck of a lot of money. Okay, so that's far. That's very, very far away. The chances that I'm going to pick up a scope without going near sentries is quite low. So what I'm going to have to do is craft a scope. That's going to take a pipe, duct tape, improvised magnifying glass. Now, the improvised magnifying glass is the difficult thing. Like I said, I don't like the scope, but it's better than nothing. And it will really, really help me. I just have to learn how to use it effectively. So I need the glass. I need that. I need 2 of those. I can't put it anywhere. I just want to quickly see. So it's a magnifying glass. And I need 2 of those and a blunt tool to make 1 of these. But do I only need 1? I do only need 1. Okay, we can risk it. What the hell did I just do? We can risk it. So I'm gonna buy the magnifying glass. Gonna eat that. And hopefully we can find some clothing. Like my biggest problem here is clothing. By a mile. But I can't buy clothing because I don't have enough fame. And a lot of the contestants heard that I was on the island, but they can't see me. I'm there. Avengers right at the top. Geek is second. Killer Mike is third. Eaton Beaver. New Goat Killer. J-Ski. Nick. Inga. Fire John. Flavio. Doris. Prime DK. Shameless Warpig. Miranda. Newbie. Pocahontas. Luthais. Bobby. Vicky. And Eternal Power. I think they don't see underneath the 20. I think the only reason I see it is because I'm under 20. So, let's go, shall we? And don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, whenever I switch my webcam off, I do activate instant replay. I have got an instant replay function on my BCU unit. So when anything happens between the trader and the point that I'm going to, I will capture it. If nothing happens, then if you guys just see me, if the next time you see me, I'm there, then nothing happened on the way there. But if something happened, I can capture it because I've got a 1 minute memory buffer in my BCU, okay, that can capture anything that happens. So you won't miss any action. Okay. We are getting close to a World War II bunker, our first World War II bunker. What I'm going to do is just put down the toolbox here and mark it. Okay. Just so that we can defend ourselves. It looks very quiet, which is weird. No, not even one puppet. That is weird. That is weird. But good. Okay, so there is SVD ammo. This is now where choices become very, very hard. Because the gun is useless without the ammo. You're gonna have to let the salt go. The salt is not that important. But now, we can load an SVD round into our rifle, which can be the difference between life and death. And the crafted rifle can't jam. So that's very important. That's, oh man. Yo, that was close. That was close to helping us out there. If, like, that pants would have made, like, one pair of pants is gonna make a major difference. That's how rough it's going at the moment. That one pair of pants. You know, we actually find we don't have thread. And because we don't have thread, we don't have a sewing kit. But I could have bought thread. I could have bought thread. How much cash do I have? I've got 0 cash. Okay, I can't afford thread. Oh, there's free armor. Won't help a lot, but better than nothing. Okay, let's carry on, shall we? Oh, I have to go fetch my toolbox first. Like, not buying thread at the trader, that was a mistake. It's not the end of the world, but it is a very, very big mistake. Now you can destroy a blueprint like that, or you can just go to the you can just go to base building and destroy it over there. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to enter our first town since we've landed on the island. And yeah, the chances that there's going to be no gangs here is basically 0. But yeah, we've got 3 targets here. First target is to craft a better backpack, but for that we need thread. Okay, but as soon as we're just going to loot the houses, looking for clothing to get more loot space and thread. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go put the scope on the gun so that I have 2 extra slots. Okay. And then we are going to craft a backpack, and you always go for this backpack. Okay, you need the sewing kit, which is basically a thread and a bone needle from a puppet, and 2 skins. Any kind of clothing will allow us to put 2 skins in it. So our first target is crafting this. Then our second target is crafting this. Without this, gangs will be able to kill us way too quickly. Okay, so we basically just need thread, a sharp weapon like a kitchen knife from a kitchen, 4 scrap, and 3 skins. Okay, it used to be 4, but apparently now it's 3. Maybe it's got something to do with my survival. And that's basically our targets here. Putting the suppressor on the gun, getting the resources for the scope, crafting the scope, crafting the backpack, and then crafting the armor. And what I'm going to do now, the puppets are supposed to be there. But let's just put this here and craft a blueprint. Wanna get rid of all these names here. Okay. And then I just want to make sure I stick close to trees. Like, I don't want to be caught in the open with these gangs shooting at me. Okay, there's definitely something wrong here. There's definitely something wrong here. Like the fact that we aren't encountering puppets and NPCs. It's for a reason, and the Tech One company did tell me that they tried something new. But whatever they tried, it's having a negative impact. It's having a really negative impact on what we're trying to achieve here, which is being in danger. We're not in danger at all at the moment, which is not correct. So where am I going to put this knife now? If that thing almost takes no weight, put that there. I could put that there. I could put that there. Okay, so now at least we've got a knife. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to rest here quickly. Because, yeah, they changed one thing. And it's definitely having a major effect. So, I'll be back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. And just to let you know what went wrong, the Tech One company watched a video of the people that actually create islands. Okay, they are the original creator of islands, and they just basically created the entire island system. They are the original creators, and they put out a video where the Tech One company saw that they told the company that if you go to NPCs and you put the cull distance from default to 500, then the puppets will be seen by the prisoners 500 meters away instead of just 150 meters away. But I don't know what cull means, but what ended up happening is the puppets and the NPCs wouldn't spawn closer than 500 meters away. And that's why we had no puppets and NPCs at the World War II bunker. And that's why we had no puppets and NPCs at this town so far. But everything is default now. I just the island just got restarted. So do yourself a favor if you are on your own island, like you've got a private island. Don't play around with the distances, okay? The settings don't work like the creators think it works, and you're just going to spoil the experience for yourself. Just leave everything on default. And then what I usually do to make things more fun for myself, the only things that I really do is I put the numbers at 400, the rest on default. I put the max amount on 400, the rest on default. And then if, like to create an exciting island like this, I put the base character amount multiplier on 3, leave all the rest alone, and just put the horde base, not the group. There's a group and a base. Just the base. Encounter Horde base. Yeah, multiplayer player at 3. And you'll have a lot of fun. Okay. Now I can't see my bow, so I just have to drag the bow here so I can see it. Okay, now we're going to be in danger again. Now we're going to be in danger again. So now we have to fear for our life again. And yeah, I've got a major problem with it when I don't feel the fear. And that is awesome. That is ridiculously awesome. And by the way, I don't like this cowboy hat. I don't like this cowboy hat. Okay. So we've got inventory space, which is what we needed. It's exactly what we needed. So I'm going to put all of these things in here because it's giving me the space for it. I can't put the heavy things in there. But I mean, I can put 2 skins in there. Okay, so that's the inventory space that we needed. Now we just need to be careful that we don't die. Because when we entered this town, there were no puppets and NPCs. But now there are going to be puppets and NPCs. So we have to be very, 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 very careful. It's going to be precisely like it was on day 1. Exactly the same. Very important, take your time. Like, just because you're fearing for your life, it doesn't mean that you have to do something stupid. Okay? Always pull yourself back that you don't do something stupid. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to eat the onion. You like the wine and the beer is really, really good for you, but you don't want to drink beer or wine on an empty stomach because all that the beer and wine does is it stops you from using carbs. So while the wine is in your system, I'll literally show you if I drink wine now. While the wine is in your system, your usage will go to 0. Look there. The usage goes to 0. So all wine and beer does is it's a great way to build up your carbs because as soon as you run out of carbs, you burn through your protein at a massive speed. So you first eat something that gives you carbs and then you stop the carb usage with wine and beer. Okay? So that you can build up those carbs. But don't drink more than 1 sip at a time. Otherwise, it's going to become negative and not positive. Like the effect that you're going to get is going to be a negative effect on you instead of a positive effect on you. Okay, we got a bigger hike. We got a bigger backpack. That's nice. But it's still not what we want. This is a 4x4. The one that we want to craft is a 5x5. So the only backpack that is better than the one that we are going to craft is an assault backpack and a hiking backpack. Those are the only backpacks that are better. Just want to see how dirty this is. No, it's too dirty. And that's too dirty. I don't even know why I'm keeping it. It's just too dirty. Except if we need rope. Except if we need rope. No, we don't need rope. Yeah, we don't need rope, so it's fine. But we are going to need rope for the backpack. Yes. Yes, we're going to need rope for the backpack. So let's cut this up. You can make rope from sticks or cloth. To be more precise, rag strips. Okay, we're not getting a lot. That's why I love scissors. Scissors is way better than anything that you'll ever use. Okay, we'll at least be able to craft 1 rope. 1 improvised rope. You see, you get branch rope and you get improvised rope. And you can even use thread and wire as rope. But that you have to be careful for, because if you've got thread in your inventory and you want to craft something that takes rope and you don't have rope, it's literally going to allow you to craft the item, but it's going to use your thread, which is terrible. Absolutely terrible. I've got 7 rag strips. I need 10. I need 10. No, I'm not going to get 10. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can make an improvised rope. Wonder if I could cut up anything. Maybe I could cut up the military cap. Because I need 2 rope for the backpack. So let me see if I can cut up. Yep, I can cut that up. I'm hoping I find some air conditioning. Oh, it's raining. A storm is coming in. And there we go. There we've got the 2 rope that we need for the backpack. And it's great crafting rope inside a house, because outside you can get killed by gangs and puppets and prisoners. So there's a big advantage to crafting your gear in safety, okay? In cover. Not safety, cover. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. This is our first town, so I'm not going to let you guys miss a thing. Rain adds a lot of weight to you, but we've got 5 strength. It's not something that we have to worry about. Now, this was just like a single house, but the main town is there. You see, there's the town name. So we are actually only entering the town now. But as soon as poop hits the fan, we have to run, like immediately. Because the stab-proof vest is gonna like absorb 1 shot. And then our body is gonna absorb the rest of the shots. Which means that we die. Okay, here's a quad. Clearly doesn't have an engine. So I'm gonna remove the lights. Because I can sell the lights. There we go. Just gonna see if I can take a few things off it. I can take that. Doesn't have a battery. I think the battery is worth a lot. But I don't think it has a battery. No, it doesn't have a battery. Of course it doesn't have a battery. I can see it doesn't have a battery. But okay. Let's carry on. I'm always going to stay in between the trees. Because trees are cover. Which means bullets can't hit you from all directions. Bullets can only hit you from certain directions. There's an air conditioner, which is great. There's sunglasses, which is cool. There's a rebar cutter. Why on earth can't I carry the rebar cutter? What? Did they make the rebar cutter bigger? No, the carrying capacity. The carrying capacity of this backpack is really, really low. Extremely low. So, okay. Okay. So let's craft what we need to craft. Which is weird. I thought I had everything. That I dropped the toolbox. Yes. I dropped the toolbox. Let's go. Now, the bad thing is we had to restart the island's mainframe. So that could hurt us if that toolbox disappeared. That won't be good. And if you're asking why am I searching bales, because of that. I don't search a bale for feathers when I can buy feathers. I search a bale because I can get a metal needle. That is very, 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 very important. I can eat those seeds. And do not worry, ladies and gentlemen. Today's video will not be as long as the others. Okay? Do not worry about that. Did I destroy the blueprint? Oh my word! No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. But why don't I see the blueprint there? See, like, everything's adding weight. The rain is adding weight to me, but that's because I've got a 5 strength character, I can handle it. And the restart removed the toolbox. That's bad. That's bad. Okay, we have to craft another toolbox. Okay, we need 2 scrap metal. 2 scrap metal. It's not a bad idea running when you're in the open, because if NPCs start shooting at you, it's better that you're a moving target instead of a sitting duck. So we need to find a car now, a broken down vehicle. That's what we need right now. This is not a broken down vehicle, that's a real vehicle. So I just want to stay on the outskirts. I don't want to really go into the center of town. There's a car. There's a car. Okay, so I don't really want to go into the center of town, because we could deal with gangs and puppets. Sad thing is we have to craft an axe again. It's not sad. It's just sad that I have to do something that I've already done. And I really want you guys to like the video and support me. Okay, so let's go craft the axe. Just gonna run into the forest, make sure, because NPCs spawn randomly in towns. So if they want to shoot me, I want to give them some work to do. Okay, start with the stone axe head, and always be vigilant. Like, we can't use the BCU feature of third person where we can see very, very far away. So we are forced to be very, very vigilant. Okay, that should give us at least 3 sticks, which allows us to craft rope. I don't want to use this rope. Remember why we crafted that rope. Although I only have 1 rope now, so I don't know what happened to the other rope. That's weird. We crafted 2 improvised ropes. Do you want to tell me I didn't pick up the other improvised rope? Ay, 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 ay. Okay, I literally can't do anything to this. Let's remove the names. I'm keeping on putting up the names here. So I've got the rope. I basically just need a stick. Okay, and then I can craft the axe, and I can make sure it uses that rope, because that rope is highlighted. Okay, and the only reason I need the axe is for a plank. How close am I to... I'm almost there. And once I hit medium survival, I can throw away the compass. I don't need the compass anymore. Okay, so there's a brand new toolbox. Okay, let's carry the toolbox. Let's go. I'm getting too comfortable here. I know all hell is going to break loose very, very soon. Yeah, but while the town is giving me a moment to breathe, I'm not going to waste it. I'm not going to move through a new area, because then NPCs or puppets can hear me. So I'm making sure that I move through the exact same area. And now I can craft that improvised oil can suppressor. And the improvised oil can suppressor can fire 72 shots before it breaks. Now that's what you call quality. Now, unfortunately, what I forgot is the rail. I need a long rail on this rifle, but I can craft that right now. That saves some space. Okay, so then when we go scope, we only need the pipe, the duct, and the duct tape. Pipe and a duct tape. And of course, I want to quickly craft the rail. Crafting a rail is quite easy. I'm going to craft 2 rails, just in case I'm not sure about the correct rail. So all I do is I go to what I can craft, and I go for the long rail and the rifle rail. Those are the 2 rails that I'm going to craft. Although the rifle rail is going to take up quite a few slots, but I don't think it's going to be very heavy. No, the rails aren't very heavy. They do take up weird slots, but I mean, I can always adjust the weird slots, and then I'm going to craft the rifle rail. Like the short rail is for like pistols and SMGs. We're not going to use pistols and SMGs. Okay, this one should be a long one. Yeah, that's a long one. So we're just going to put the long one there. Okay, and that's that. Now we only need a pipe and duct tape. Pipe and duct tape. Nice. Let's drink all of that. Oh, I have to take it out. They're very particular. You have to take it out of the fridge. So let's take it out of the fridge. I'll have a can of Coke. That's cola. Just drinkable. And then drink. I'm not going to drink all of it. I'm just going to drink some of it. Like, soft drinks give you a lot of carbs, okay? But they're not extremely healthy for you. But I mean, it's better than nothing. So I usually just fill up my stomach to about 50%. And then I'm happy. I don't overdo it. And now I need to take a poop and a pee. So I think I'm going to take a poop and a pee right here. Okay, when you poop, when you can take a poop, then you automatically do both. I'll show you that. So because my colon is over 50% and my bladder was over 50%, my colon starts emptying, but then I pee while I'm pooping. So if you can poop and pee, always poop, because you're going to do both at the same time. Otherwise, you pee first, and you don't poop automatically when you pee. So, if you pee first, you're going to have to poop again, which is just a waste of time. I've got a lot of saturated fat in my body, which, of course, my BSU is telling me it's not good. But I know too much saturated fat isn't good. But I like these houses. These houses are nice and big. So let's see what we get. Another backpack. Now I can use it to get the rope again. Like, I just lost the rope. I don't know if I'm blind, but I knew I wanted 2 rope, and I don't have 2 rope anymore. Okay, I'm not going to cut up more than I need, because I can use that nice clean rag as a bandage, so I'm not going to go over the top. Okay, now, where did I put the rope? Well, now I've got the 2 rope, okay? And now I've got the rag. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. Okay, there's clearly something just outside. That's a very, very nice weapon. But it's a heavy weapon. And we're sitting with a major weight problem. So, I'm going to ignore that. Okay, that's a nice item. That's a quest item. Can't ignore quest items. How much time do I have for my 3 quests? 1 day, 1 day, 1 day. Okay, I've got enough time. I don't want to get too comfortable. As soon as you get comfortable, that's when you die. That's when I usually die. As soon as I start relaxing. Oh my flippin' word. Now this thing only has 2 kilogram carry weight. This thing has 5 kilogram carry weight. And we just found a utility belt, which has got 5 kilograms of carry weight. Jackpot, baby. Loot problems are something of the past now. We just got the weight, the extra weight that we needed. Like, literally, I can put all of this in here now. Why can't I put that in there? Oh, those weigh a lot. Goodness gracious, I never knew that weighed such a lot. Those lights weigh a ton. Goodness gracious. Well, it still helps. But yeah, I don't think that weighs such a lot. But I do need more rags in case we get attacked. Okay, 1 rag, better than nothing. What a find, guys. Now that was a great find. I'm trying to see puppets. Nothing's happening. And I don't like it one bit. Oh, some of the rags just popped right through the wall. That's weird. Okay. We're going to make a bundle of rags so that we know we've got 5 rags as backup. There we go. 0.6 kilograms, not too heavy. That was such a great find. That was such a great find, guys. Such a great find. Okay, I'm feeling better and better, but can't relax, and I must remember that I've got the gun. I must remember that I can use the gun when I need it. Like the rifle can spawn a horde, but it's better to spawn a horde and be alive than not spawn a horde and be dead. You guys know what I mean? And there's the duct tape that we needed. Now we only need the pipe. Like I knew I'd be able to find duct tape in a house, but the pipe, we're gonna need some luck for the pipe. Definitely gonna need a little bit of luck for the pipe. Like something's going to give me a heart attack. Like a puppet or a gang member. Gonna give me a heart attack pretty soon. That's what always happens. As soon as I relax, something gives me a heart attack. That's just how it works. Now, according to them, the thing that I need is down there. Which I'm sure. Okay. He didn't give me a heart attack. But we just found the thread. And my man, we need him, because without him we don't have skin. But like I said, I knew he was going to give me a heart attack at some point. So now we're going to chop him up for the bone. We're not going to use this needle. This needle can be used for a lot of things, plus a quest. Why do you want to use a metal needle when one puppet can give you 2 needles? Now, we can only see one of the bones, but there's 2 bones, okay? So I'm going to show you that you can literally get 2 bone needles from one puppet. Okay, so take that in our hands, and we go to this bone, drop bone needle. There's never any excuse to use a metal needle, guys, to make a sewing kit. Never. Okay, so now we're going to craft the sewing kit. And then we need 2 skins. We've got 1. I could have actually used that toolbox. Okay, and we can immediately... Okay, yeah, we need 2 skins, but we can make a bigger animal skin quiver immediately. And you're always going to go for that. You're always going to go for that. Okay. So now we just need 2 more. According to me, okay, that's 3 screwdrivers. According to me, we need 2 more. We need 2 skins, but I don't know what else we need. Oh, the rags. Now we've got rags, although we don't want to use those rags. So we're rather going to use... The only exception to using low durability rags is a crafted backpack, guys. You can't use low durability rags on a quiver or anything else. Okay? You can only use low durability rags. I forgot that I drank way too much. Like the things that I have to keep in mind, guys, is insane. It's insane. Things that I have to keep track of. Because I'm an elite player and they've added so many stipulations for me and punishments for me is insane. Okay, well, I just want to know where the rags are. I know I just cut something up. But okay, there's 2 rags. Okay. I don't know where the other rags went. I'm being honest. I don't know where the other rags went. And I keep on forgetting to take it out. Okay, there's 2 shirts. There's another shirt. So I'll just use clean rags now, it's fine. Have to make sure everything's fine. Okay, so there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great bundle. Okay, so now we've got the rags for the backpack. So we literally just need the 2 skins. That's all we need. We just need the 2 skins, which is basically 2 puppets or 2 NPCs. Anything with skin. And there we've got more duct tape. We still need the pipe. Okay. Get out of here. I'm always checking the area for movement. Always. We didn't definitely touch that one. Okay, so that's 1 more. Don't really want to be stuck in the open over here, so I'm going to go this way. Don't want to be stuck in the open. Yeah. Like, naturally, I want to go directly for the gas station. Because the gas station has a very high chance of giving you like a military quiver. Or something good. But if I walk straight through the town now, just going for the gas station, I can run into some serious problems. Some very, very, very serious problems. But we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna take it one step at a time. Close the door behind us. Don't we have matches? Didn't I already take matches? Doesn't look like it. Yo, these utility belts are not rare. I thought the utility belts were very, very rare. I think that's way better than what I have. This thing has got 6 slots. Nah, this thing has also got 6 slots, but I think it just looks better. And I'm sure it carries more. Yeah, I'm sure it carries more. 2.5 is 0.8. Okay, so just on that reason alone. A lot of things to consider. A heck of a lot of things to consider. Like not having shoes. Like your shoes breaking. That's also a thing to consider. That's an even bigger backpack. And you can see that this backpack carries 40 kilograms instead of 10 kilograms. So very important to notice these things. And we can do a cargo drop now. Or a police station. We don't die. We can get... We can snowball. We can start snowballing now if we don't die. Okay, there is air conditioners. Not getting to those. Again, you guys can see I'm sticking to the walls. I'm always sticking to the walls. And staying quiet, because NPC gang members have very loud mouths. They usually talk when they hear you. They are very confident. They don't care about dying. Or they don't think they can die. I can hear a puppet. I'm going to sneak up on him. Because I need his skin. He says he's feeling slightly warm, but I'm still at 36.6. I need to pee again. Better that you know about him before he knows about you. Not a metal needle, I don't really need that now. Just need the skin. Skin and a pipe. Medium survival, I don't need the compass anymore. I can literally throw away the compass now. I just want to see if I get any advantages. Yeah, okay. If I don't have this on me, I just get, the 4 directions. But if I add this, I get southwest, northwest, I do get advantages. Okay. So while I'm here, might as well check if there's some loot here. And if you guys are wondering, like, why you're still looting houses when you've basically got the gear that you need. Because houses are your primary location to find yellow screwdrivers. Okay? I like the blue pants. It's your primary location. It's like where you will find yellow screwdrivers the most. But yellow screwdrivers are extremely rare. Don't expect to find them just lying around. But if you are looking for screwdrivers, looting a town is never a waste of time. Never. And if I'm honest with you, I wouldn't mind a bunch of reject gang members attacking me right now. I'm just going to be honest. Like, I can use their skins. They are going to give me multiple skins, which I want. At least I don't have to worry about food anymore, but I have to pee, so I'm just going to pee in this corner over here. Let's go hunt down one more puppet. Let's go look for one more pop. You can usually get a baseball bat in here. Not that I'm looking for a baseball bat, but you can find a baseball bat in here. Like the basketball court. The basketball court doesn't give you a basketball. It usually gives you a bat. You see? You see? That's what I'm talking about. Usually gives you a bat. Now, I don't want to be in the open right now. So I'm just going to go hide in this corner over here. And then I'm going to use the nail to turn the bat into a nailed bat, which does a lot more damage. And I'm triple carrying, so I have to remember I'm triple carrying. Okay, let's go kill that puppet. See, if he doesn't react to you, he can't call a horde. The only way he can call a horde is if he screams. But if he doesn't detect you, he can't scream. Always have to remember I'm triple carrying. Now I'm going to go into a solid bush. This is not really a solid bush. I'm going to just stay in the middle of the bush. And I'm going to craft the backpack. Which I apparently can't craft. Oh, I need the 5 rags. I need the 5 rags. Uncraft the bundle. And there we go. Now, you can see the size of a backpack like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is a 4 by 5. And this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 5. Only backpacks that are bigger than this one is an assault and a hiking backpack. Now, we got the backpack, so the next thing on our list is armor. Now, we've got everything. We just need 4 scrap metal and 3 puppets. Okay, so let's go for the scrap metal. And then if we're really lucky, we run into 4 NPCs with orange clothing on. If we're very, very lucky. Like extremely lucky. But without luck, it will probably be 5 NPCs with sniper rifles. And then we're dead. I'm going to stick to the outskirts. That is usually where puppets spawn. And you can see I've always got cover. Like, most of the time, something can only shoot me from 180 degrees, not 360 degrees. Like, they can't shoot me, you know, like now. They can only shoot me from this half circle. They can't shoot me from this half circle. So I can only be attacked from one side. I don't know why this door is open. I can only be attacked from one side. Now that I think about it, there could be a player here. But I mean, I don't see puppets. I don't see puppets lying on the ground or anything. So, if there was a person here, he was probably here quite recently because the server, yes, he's been here very recently. Actually, the server restarted recently. So that means there's a player here. which is not good for us. Because we don't have armor on. And I'm assuming they will have armor on. So that means we're going to run. That's what that means. That means we're running. Yeah. That door can, like, the island reset while I was still in town. So somebody opened those doors within the last 30 minutes. If it was me, that would be really funny. But I'm sure it isn't me. And somebody just shot at me. Somebody literally just shot at me. Okay, so there's two puppets. Okay, so here's the skins. The skins are coming. I'm gonna let them deal with the puppets. Okay. The guy upstairs had a gun. Like, the reason I got a heart attack is because I didn't know if it was the player or the NPC that shot at me. Want to make sure that sometimes NPCs get stuck. Want to make sure that no NPC got stuck. Those boots are better than the boots that I'm wearing. Okay, got more thread. That's good. This guy had a gun, and I've got a 50% chance to get the gun. Okay, didn't get the gun today. Every single time you kill a gang member, he's got a 50% chance to give you the weapon that he had. We didn't get the weapon once, so we're very, very unlucky. Very, 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 very unlucky. Okay, so now we've got... You're supposed to have 2 skins now. There's the skin. I don't like doing this in the open. I'm going to go to the other NPC. If he didn't despawn. Like the puppet killed him here somewhere. Okay, I'm not going to hang around in the open. I don't see them, so I'm just going to move over here where there's cover. And these guys literally disappeared on me. That is insane. That is insane. So we only got 2 skins. We should have gotten a lot more. I just want to see something quickly. Can remove low priority items. Yeah, they're not supposed to despawn that quickly. But they did, so let's just live with it. And the last time I checked, I wanted to get out of here. That's the last time I checked. Let's cut this up. Actually, it's just drag it out. Cut it into pieces. Gives you a lot of water. And now I have to figure out, like, if I'm not going to loot this place, what place am I going to loot? I'm not really sure. There is a little bit of stuff above me. Yeah, I just need to get to puppets. Yeah, I just need to get 2 more puppets. And you better be quick looting them, you know, because if you move away from them, they can despawn. Okay, so that's our 3rd skin. Oh, I think we only need 3. Yeah, I think we only need 3, guys. Yeah. That's it. Mission complete, ladies and gentlemen. Mission complete. We did everything that we wanted to do in this town. Everything. Now that is awesome. I've got enough arrows. Okay, I'm very, very, very happy. How much fame do I have? 34. So I'll be able to buy a hiking backpack at a trader. But yeah, I just want to get out of the town. Something about the town I don't like. And I'm very, very happy at the moment. So I'm just going to go check in here. And then I'm going to go back to the trader. And when I enter a grapevine, I don't usually go for the grapes. I go for the barrels. But you can search for the grapes. And you'll do fine by searching the grapes. But, you know, like the barrel gives you a lot. The barrel really gives you a lot. But I mean, this island's loot respawners are really, really good. So it won't really be that difficult. I just don't know where I could find... Now this basically just looks like a grapevine. The best chance of a pipe is there, which is west. Yeah, it's west. Like this is gonna give me a lot of carbs, and then I can keep the carbs. You can just go there. You can just put the food there. You don't have to right click here. You can just press 3 to eat the grapes and 4 to eat whatever items is in your quick slot. Just have to be very careful to not pee myself again, because the milk was 800 milliliters of water. So I'm going to pee myself. It's as simple as that. I have to focus on my bladder because my body can't handle more than 4. You can see there, 400 milliliters of water. My body can't handle more than 400 milliliters of water. So I'm going to pee very, very, very soon. Very, very, very soon. And I'm just going to drink 1 sip of this. And you never want to go over 115%, because if you hit 120%, your stomach literally bursts and you die. And it has negative effects on you. Okay, so if you go here to stomach full, like we're losing 30% of our max stamina. Very negative effect to us. Okay, but we're just going to lie here. And what our plan is to get a pipe, touch the air conditioners, kill puppets, get a blue battery from a puppet, go back to the trader and do all 3 quests. And then we've had a really successful day. A really, really successful day, and I am extremely happy. The next thing on my list, guys, is a holster. A holster. Which is 2 skins. So that's all I'm going to aim for, is 2 puppet skins. Actually, this boar is really asking for it. So instead of killing 2 puppets, I can kill 1 animal. Like, if you want skins fast, just hunt an animal. But now that I'm looking for him, he's staying quiet. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are close to the end of the video. Like I said, we're not gonna make the footage as long as the first one. The first one was just the introduction to the adventure. And yeah, my only focus here is getting 2 skins, blue battery, pipe, and I'm gone. That's literally... Okay, touch 2 acorns, get a blue battery, get 2 skins, and I'm gone. And be careful, gangs always sit at the entrance, like there. Gangs are always waiting for you at the entrance. Weird day today. Very, very weird day today. There's a very easy acorn. Like I say, it's a very, very, very weird day today. Can't believe I'm not seeing anything. Any case.
Footsteps close. Prepare to engage.
And that's why I'm using the bow. That's why I'm using these arrows. You guys can clearly see the difference. With the wooden arrow, takes about 3 headshots. With the arrow that I'm using now, takes 1 headshot.
Defensive positions.
How many of these guys are there? There's the blue battery that I wanted. Oh my flipping word. They're coming out of the bloody woodworks here. I'm gonna repair these shoes, but I have to get into cover. I can repair these shoes to 100%. And then hopefully they did hurt my gear, but hopefully I've still got a bone needle left for thread. So I can make another sewing kit. And that's why I always have 2 on me. So I can make more sewing kits so I don't care about how many things I'm repairing. Clearly they damaged my armor. Like my armor absorbed a lot of the shots. So I'm going to have to find a toolbox. Because they are destroying my armor slowly but surely. Weird that this guy stayed, but the other guy didn't stay. Like I said, I'm just looking for 2 skins. You guys know what my targets are. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm just going to go for my targets. I'm going to go for my targets and get out of here. Now, one target that I want to go for is a hiking backpack. I've got a silencer on, guys. I can always use it, but I've got faith in my bow. Okay, that's the thing. I've got faith in my bow. You know, I don't need to use the rifle unless I'm in a very pressurized situation. Triple carrying is definitely hurting me, so I'm going to solve that right now. The triple carrying, like, I could have died there because I was triple carrying. Okay, so all I do is I put that in there. And now I'm never going to triple carry again. Okay, because you guys saw I dropped the bow and then I had to pick up the bow again, and that can cause my death. That can easily cause my death. And I just put this baseball bat on my quick slot. I don't know what that puppet has seen. Okay, I'm not gonna let him scream. I'm not gonna let him scream. I don't want anyone to know I'm here. I'm not gonna loot him, because by looting, the loot stays on the ground for a long time. Telling people that I'm here. I don't want people to know I'm here. Okay, I've got the air conditioners. No, I've got enough lights and stuff for me to sell. There's money. And I'm almost done. I know exactly where to look for the pipe. That's why I'm an elite player. You guys will find out exactly why they call me an elite player. Okay, nothing. There could be something on there. But I'm just gonna see if I can get some military clothing in here. Although I don't know if it's a... What the flip? Okay, there's a lot of poppers there. I think I'm just gonna go for the pipe. Yeah. I'm happy with my clothing. Like, military clothing would look cooler. Although, I'm gonna quickly see here what I need. 1 scrap metal. Don't I have a knife? Yeah, I need 1 scrap metal. Take the 1 scrap metal. Hide over here. Very, very weird. Very, very, very weird. 2 skins, 1 scrap, 3. Oh, I've only got 3 bolts. Okay, interesting. Did not know that. Don't really want to get caught by NPCs down there. I have been caught off guard. Like that tunnel is not where you want to be. Now you want to be careful again. Get to cover as fast as you can. And there we get the bolts that we need. Now you can use the fishing line for thread as well, but we're not focused on that right now. We don't care about the fishing line. Put that there. And let's craft what we need to craft quickly. Just gonna go in here quickly. Out of sight, out of mind. That's what I always say. And let's craft this thing. Okay. I'm quite happy now. So I'm just looking for the pipe. And I know exactly where I'm going to look for the pipe. I'm going to run that if they shoot at me, they at least miss the first shot. Or at least I'm going to try and let them miss the first shot. There's not really a factory. I'm looking for a workshop now. That's lead plating. I already have lead plating. But more lead plating is always good. And apparently it wants me to pick up more bolts. So I'll do that. Okay, that's not a pipe. And there's a workbench here. So I can quickly use the workbench when I find the pipe. A1. There's a cargo drop right on top of us. Well, then let's go. The thing is, I'm not going to find a pipe at the cargo drop. But I could find a site. Like this is literally what I'm trying to do, is find a site. Okay, there's not a workshop. There's the pipe. There's the pipe, so let's go and craft the site. Where was it? Oh, it wasn't here. There we go. Every single thing that we wanted to do today, we did. Taking a risk at the cargo drop is not a great idea. So, I'm I'm going to call it a day, guys, and meet you at the trader. Like, it's literally on my path. That's what's not good. It's on my path. Damn it. We'll get him, guys. We'll get him. We'll get him. We'll get him. Most important thing is just to stop the bleeding immediately. That's what we've done. That dirty? No, it's not dirty. The biggest threat on an injury is the blood that you lose. So don't try and close the entire wound and waste time. Just try and stop most of the bleeding before you close the wound. And I'm just going to eat all the garlic so I don't worry about an infection. Drink the wine. Make sure the gun's loaded. And it looks like we lost him. Looks like we lost him. That is sad, but it's how things go. And now we need a bed to sleep in because that zone is just too hot for me at the moment. I'm literally just going to go find a bed to sleep in. But before I enter that town, I'm going to first heal. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of our journey. I have spent my 4 hours that I needed to. We are recovering nicely from our injuries. And if you guys are thinking like you think that bear should have died with a third shot, the animals on this island is a little bit tougher than normally. Okay, they have been on the worst island for longer than other animals, so they've matured. Their skin is tougher, not a lot tougher, but a little bit more tough to make them more daunting, you know, instead of just shooting a bear in the head and killing it with one shot. So they are not a lot tougher, but they are realistically tougher. Like you need to hit them quite a few times you're definitely a bear. You need to hit a bear a few times to get him down. And like I said, I'm just aiming for this bed. But I am going to scope the place out. That looks like a cabin. And I think that down there is the main house. But we don't need to go to the main house. Okay, here is a house. So, as long as I can go and sleep, I'm fine. And the bow is definitely faster. Everything seems quiet, which is nice. I like quiet after with the moment that we had. And there's a cruiser here. Yo. Okay, that light's a little bit too big. Leave that light over there. Yeah, there's a cruiser with a wheel, but no engine. Let's just see if we can find a bed up here. Apparently not. So where is the house? Where is the house? That is not a house, that's a barn. Okay, then I'm just gonna run down to the abandoned bunker. At least that place will have a bed for me. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, I have decided that my character has always been very comfortable with just sleeping in any bed, you know, and not taking responsibility for his actions. So actually, I'm just going to set up a real camp here. That is... Okay, I just used all my thread there, which was really, really bad. But yeah, I'm just going to set up a little camp here where I can sleep. As you can see, my armor took all that damage. And that's why armor is so important. I'm going to have to start thinking about crafting more armor. I'm going to need scrap metal because these guys are chipping away at my armor, slowly but surely. And yeah, they're just everywhere. Wooden, whatever. So yeah, I can do that very easily because I only need scrap metal. But let me just get this done and I'll be back with you guys. It's very easy, guys. I literally need like long sticks and short sticks. And I've got a branch. That's where I was heading to. I've got a branch right here. Okay. So just want to put the axe there and pick up the branch. And then I can go do it. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got our own little camo netting here. I have to try and get my screenshot for you guys. And that's that. And now we can sleep. See you guys later. Remember to click that like button if you enjoyed the video. And thank you for your support. No cursing. I hope you guys are happy. Cheers.